Hello, baby. Hello, nasty. Hello there. Hello. I say hello. Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Episode 95 of the Brink of Sanity. How's it going, guys?
95.
Yeah, 95.
We got Leon and Mark here. Special show.
It's crazy.
You guys have actually never met before.
First time.
Now we have.
First time for everything, yeah.
Yeah. Man. It's good to meet you. I've heard nothing about you, actually.
I realized that none of the co-hosts actually know each other, so now we're mixing and matching, and,
I think I did the show last time with Brian.
Yeah. First time you guys had, well, I guess virtually met, because Bry's still in Connecticut, but, yeah. It was,
And then we talked about it, and you were like, Leon was like, oh, you did the show with Brian, huh? I didn't know there was a lot behind that.
No, there really is. And that's water under the bridge at this point in life.
Apparently not all the guest hosts get along with each other.
Yeah, well...
Well, no, I get along with Peter. Peter's a good guy.
Never met Peter. But I have an axe to grind with him.
You met Peter, haven't you?
I don't know, have I?
He's Randy's boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, I know him, yeah.
I was going to say, I'm like, you told me you guys knew each other through Randy. I'm like, wait a second.
Now we're just talking about rambling and no one has any clue what we're talking about.
Anyways.
Best way to do the show.
Friday night.
So, Jay, I hear you're moving on up to the Queen side.
Yes, I am. I got a new apartment, so we will have, it's a 2-bedroom, and we're getting rid of all the roommates, so podcasting studio in a few months.
It's
very
nice.
exciting.
And around the corner from where I live.
They're
fantastic. I can crawl home.
Yeah, Leon's going to be a block away, and for those of you who watch live, there won't be a pile of junk in the background anymore. I'll put a whole bunch of manly, cool stuff in there.
I find it funny how he's telling his girl he's calling it a podcast room, when it's really just a beat-off room. Just in disguise.
Well,
the porn/beat-off room where I also happen to do a podcast.
6 days, Porn Emporium, 1 day podcast.
Porn Emporium, I like that.
I mean, Kat, what's so weird about the fact that I got up at 1 a.m., couldn't really sleep, went to the bathroom, and then did a show? Is that so odd?
Solo cast twice a day.
And I did a show before I went to work, and then right when I got back from work, I did another show.
Jay, why are you doing like 30 shows a week?
Yeah. Nice.
I just found my passion, and can't get enough.
And the worst part of all, because everyone calls it when you do that, when you get older, you get married, or like start like dating someone seriously, like you get a place together, and you get that extra room, and everyone's like, you're like, oh, we're getting an office, and everyone's like, no, you're getting a baby room. And then
they did that to me at work today. I was
Yeah.
not amused.
You weren't amused?
Not amused.
I don't know why you wouldn't find that amusing.
They're like, oh, you got a nursery. And I'm like, podcast studio.
And it's always, the worst part of all is like, eventually, assuming that does happen for any of us, it's like nursery beats porn room.
Yeah, that Trump.
Nursery wins, porn room loses.
At least till they're,
Unless you don't have a child. Then it's still the Porn Emporium.
or once they're old enough to
Disguised
understand
by
what you're
being a
doing.
man
You
town.
can probably get away with it for a few weeks until they understand what's going on. So,
When they're
Are you condoning beating up in front of your child?
when they're 47, they're in
I like
they're
it.
in the room with their psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And I remember, I couldn't really talk or anything, but Daddy was rubbing really viciously.
He was making weird noises.
He wasn't saying Mommy's name.
Daddy was getting attacked by a rattlesnake.
Daddy had a bad itch he had to go for.
For a half hour. Must have been a really bad itch.
But
Yeah. Anyway.
Daddy, how does Jenna Jameson help you with your itch?
Well, podcast studio. Anyway.
Yeah.
No baby studio.
It'd be better. You can be like that E-Trade commercial with the baby doing it on the show. Of course, all the baby would just go whack.
Yeah, I don't have the technology to CGI.
Make him talk.
You heard about that lawsuit that's going on now with the baby commercial?
Lindsay Lohan or something.
Yeah, that stupid bitch.
Do you have that commercial?
Yeah, I do actually.
By the way, we're gonna have to. So Jay was just flipping through the stuff on the website on his computer, and he just passed by this thing of Jessica Simpson was on Letterman the other night, and she's really fat now. What the fuck happened to her?
Is she? I haven't seen her in a while.
You gotta see
Oh,
this.
she's gigantic.
Let's go to her in a second. You have to go to her.
She is like really
That's her.
large.
That's not her. Is it?
Yeah, that's her. Like she like ate Jessica Simpson, and now she's kind of fat.
Yeah, it's like she had big breasts, but then she gained a lot of weight, so now like the breasts are bigger. That's how
Visual is really good. She is fat.
Anyway, Jessica Simpson's fat. Next.
I mean, her whole job, her whole thing in life is just to be pretty. She has no reason to be on the earth besides to eat shit and be pretty, and now she doesn't do one of those three.
Yeah, so this is the commercial that Lindsay Lohan is suing over. For those of you who didn't hear, she thinks her name is like synonymous with, like, she thinks she's like Cher and Madonna, where if you say Lindsay, you're talking about her.
We'll play
So
the
now
first.
if anybody says Lindsay, she wants to sue. Like, this is the commercial. No, it's not, because it doesn't want to play. I'm going to hit the old refresh. Yeah.
Stuff's going right so far. In this
Yeah.
Well, you know, if this is the worst it gets, then we're...
And that milkaholic Lindsay wasn't over?
Lindsay?
Milka what? And
That's it. That was the whole commercial.
Mookaholic.
Well, I mean, even if it's supposed to be her, it's like we can make fun of people.
It was a fun little playful jab, is what it was, and for her to want to go out there and try to sue,
I don't even
weak
think
character.
it's not even like you can try to sue. You can't sue. The lawyer should go to jail for triggering that case.
Yeah, it's parody has been allowed for decades, or else Weird Al wouldn't have a career if that wasn't allowed. So
Yeah, and if parody wasn't allowed or making fun of people wasn't allowed, Mel Gibson would still have a career.
she's just I don't know. She's just mad that somebody made fun of her because she's done so much great work in her life.
I mean, they should have been like, milkaholic, I'm getting a DUI? Yeah, I'm worth a slut. That would be a better commercial.
Yeah. Well, what a mess. By the way, how do your tits get droopy at like age 25? How does that happen?
Drugs.
Yeah, I mean, she's not living what you call the healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, that's true.
You see how Corey Haim died just recently?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody saw that
The lost
coming, huh?
boy.
But like, well, first off, the first thing I told someone about, and they were like, "Wow, I wonder when Lindsay Lohan's gonna die," because that's what you think of. Like, you associate her with the next idiot that's gonna die.
Yeah, her and Amy Winehouse. With Corey Haim, I think everyone was thinking, "Wow, how did he live that long?"
I think everyone was thinking, "Wow, Corey Haim's alive." I mean, now dead.
Yeah, that guy was on drugs at like 12. Yeah,
I read some quote where he said like he's like I guess he was on filming Lost Boys or something like that. He's like, I tried marijuana, I tried crack. It went downhill from there.
really is the gateway drug.
Yeah.
That's the second thing on his list. Crack.
So when's the other Corey gonna die? What is the other Corey's last name? It's Corey
Feldman.
Haim and Corey Feldman.
So my question though is, if Corey Haim is dead, does that mean Corey Feldman's the only one manning the Corey hotline?
I think so. Yeah.
When you call up and like 1-800-Corey, can I speak with Corey?
They made some classic movies together.
Apparently there was a Corey and Corey show. You guys ever watched
Yeah,
that show?
I didn't see it, but there
Was it
was.
about their dysfunctional drug use?
Really?
Yeah, it was,
No,
on,
was that
it was
like-
on for 2 seasons, according to the article about his death.
Was that like a VH1?
I think like an E or some shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like recent. It can't have been. If it was like something like 8 years ago, like 10 years ago, before all this stuff, you would have known about it. But was it a good show?
I never actually watched.
Are any of these
but,
shows
But
a
I do
good
recall
show?
it being on.
Are any of these shows a good show? Really? Like, the last one I came across was the some Italian dude who apparently is still in love with his mom and brings her to like everywhere, and it's like a dating show, but like his mom is always there, and like the one I saw, he was at dinner, and the mom was like asking all the women questions, and one girl just like snapped. Okay, maybe it is a good show because the mom was like, so what do you do? And the girl was just like, I don't know what I want to do with my life, and just had a breakdown and cried and stormed off, and it was.
I always thought
One of the more
a good
amusing
idea
ones.
for a show would be kind of like so you know, like The Bachelor. So they have like one guy and there's like 20 girls, and each week he votes off a girl, and then they eventually falls in love and lives a happily ever after. It goes like that every time.
Yeah.
So I thought instead of like voting a girl off each week you find out a new fact about the girls, and it's a little more fucked up. So the first week you find out one of them's pregnant earlier on. Second week you find out one of them has chlamydia. Third week one of them has spent time in an insane asylum. And just through all 20 weeks, and he's just like dodging and ducking. It'd be a great show.
That would be great.
That would be good. I'd watch.
Is your phone ringing?
Yeah.
Do you want to get
because
it on the air?
I don't get calls like ever, and except when I'm doing a podcast or
It'd be cool if they called it on the show instead of
we're setting up the porn emporium. Those are the only 2 times I get I get phone calls.
they call you on the show and they're like, "Hey, do you want to change your long distance carrier?"
Half the phone calls now are realtors. Those people turn into pit bulls if you show
Oh,
any
they
interest
do.
whatsoever. It's like they're acting all nice and sweet when they're showing you the apartment. And what do you think of this? And is that all right? And if you say anything other than like, they're like, all right, let's sign papers. Well, I'll send you a text with an email and all simultaneously, and I'm like ringing all over the place. It's like, dude, I was being polite. It was, kind of smelled like cat piss, and it wasn't, it's kind of small.
Yeah, that place wasn't bad. The Asshole Emporium. I'd love to live there. I'll get back to you on that. I said I'll get back to you. Stop calling already.
Yeah, the other place they showed us a 2-bedroom. Both bedrooms had no closets. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? Just have everything like laying on the floor, like I do here?
Yeah, it would be so different for you.
I don't know. It's just like
I remember last time when I moved, I saw one place that was like the living room and the kitchen and like the bathroom were all like one room. But I don't think the bathroom's actually, but like it was like a small ass space, and they're like, "So what do you think?" And we're like, "It's just shithole. Why do you?"
Yeah, it's like it's the worst.
What do you think we think?
Would you live here even more than like 7 hours? Honestly, probably not. Jason, he was on the show. He said his place, the shower is in the kitchen, and
Yeah, I've seen those.
and that is so close to the living room. He has to put a tarp over the TV because the splash from the shower. That is a small apartment.
So we were thinking about buying for a little while, and one place we looked at, the place stuff was fine. But you look out the window, the main window, you see basically they're about to build a building right next to you, basically. And I'm like,
So you get drilling for like 9 straight months.
or years at the rate they actually build stuff.
Yeah.
And so I asked the realtor, I'm like, the woman showing it, I'm like, do you know when this is going to be done? No idea. You think this is, are you guys like dropping the sales price? No, we're not. I'm like, are you planning on ever selling this place?
Right.
That actually, my favorite one of all though was, we went to see this one place. I mean, it was like a nice building, but like, we go in and like, we're going down the hallway, and we hear just thudding music, like heavy, like Metallica-like music.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 PM on a Sunday. We walk into the place, and we're like, "What's going on with the neighbor?" And she's like, "He's playing his music on a Sunday. That's what's going on." We're like, "Okay, we'll just go now." I mean,
Yeah.
this is what you're saying. The
If this
neighbors
is-
are like,
yeah, if this is a Sunday afternoon, I don't want to know what Friday night's like.
yeah.
I actually went to go see one place one time, and before we moved to Astoria, and we're seeing a couple of places, and we see one place, and it was on Avenue D, and on Houston.
Can I just
Which
say
if
that
you know
Avenue
anything
D
about-
is the scariest place I've
fucking
ever been in
death.
my entire life?
But anyway, so on.
I think they filmed The Wire in Avenue D.
I'd rather
It's the
tie
shittiest
my,
area.
they film
yeah.
Oz on Avenue D.
I'd rather tie my mattress to a roller coaster and sleep on that than spend 5 minutes on.
Dude, literally
Avenue
to
D.
go into this fucking building, it had a cage. Like a cage to actually, you have to open up a cage to actually go in there, and the realtor's upstairs, and he's like, "Hey guys, how do you like the place? Isn't it great? You've got a dishwasher, you've got this," and I'm like, dude, we're on Avenue D. And I just walked in through a cage to come all the way up here. But they're trying to sell you everything, and even if you mention, "Oh, I like the countertops," boom, trying to get you to sign right
Yeah.
there, and I'm like, dude, no.
You're like, like it's still Manhattan. It's still expensive. I'm not going to pay to live in 1985 Manhattan. I want to live in 2010 Manhattan.
Yeah.
It's like, but if you want to watch CSI, all you have to do is look out the window. And there's a crime going on. I went there. For those of you who don't know, Avenue D is probably one of the...
Are you explaining this because you have a lot of listeners in Indiana that may not know the New York area?
Maybe, yeah. Or, or Kazakhstan contingent
Yeah.
might not know. It's all the way on the east side of Manhattan, and it's kind of like Manhattan
Skid
used
Row.
to have a lot of shitty areas, and like the nicer areas kind of got, bigger and bigger, and so the shitty areas got stretched out to like, the borders and the southern and northern part of Manhattan. So now like all the criminals are just in like one block when this is Avenue D.
Yeah.
That's 14 blocks.
And-
It's one.
And when
We call it our Baltimore.
right, and when young pale-skinned people look at apartments like that, those guys pray that we move in there because they know that we have new things that they would like to take from us. They would probably just take it from the moving van. You probably wouldn't even get it in the apartment before they robbed you.
Seriously.
They're like, you know what? Let's just cut to the chase. Let us drive away with the U-Haul truck, and we'll call it a day because we're just gonna rob you tomorrow anyway. And
The most brilliant thing when it comes to a place like that is the real estate guy tries to sell you on the place, and you're like, dude, are you kidding me? Well, you brought me out here for this, and then how you get them is you ask them, would you live here? And then they start stuttering like, oh well,
yeah.
Yeah, they used to always throw out the line of, oh, I used to live upstairs. I totally used to live in this building. You really what apartment? Yeah, 16A. They don't have A in their apartment numbers here.
Or 16.
As far as dangerous as like these outer parts of the city are, I was a friend of a friend was actually in town last week, and the guy was from South Africa, and he's telling me about like life. Like he thinks like he thinks he lives in the safe part of South Africa. He's telling me about his life there, and he told me about this story about how. So one day he's coming home with his dad from wherever. They're driving in their driveway, and these dudes are standing there with like, I guess like these dudes try to carjack them in the driveway. Somehow it goes wrong. The guys escape, and the dad decides to go after them. Can't find them. Gets back to the driveway. The guys are still waiting. The guys are back at the driveway waiting for him with bigger guns, I guess. They have a shootout, and then his dad gets shot in the leg, but somehow I guess they shot enough that the guys run away. And he's telling the story like, it's like no big deal. That's what parts is shocking to me. I'm like, wait, your dad got shot in the leg? Wait, this happened to you? Not like in an action movie. Like
There's like 8 holy shit moments.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Saying it like
He's
they
like-
had pasta for dinner.
So I grabbed the gun. I was shooting back at them. I'm like, what? What are you like, Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah, our country's not fair.
The other thing the real estate agents do is they'll just fixate on one thing. They're like, do you like doorknobs? Like, yeah, like these are the doorknobsiest doorknobs. It doesn't matter that the bedroom is 4x4. The nicest doorknobs in town. So obviously you like doorknobs, so let's sign the papers right now.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to show you another place. That's all. And it's like, well, I kind of like to be able to fit my bed not vertically in the room.
I like what they say also when the places are in like bad locations, not bad, even like bad neighborhoods, but just like just not near the subway. They'll say things like, "Oh, do you like places with a view?" No, I like places that are fucking convenient, not like 18 blocks from the subway.
Yeah. I saw one. This cracked me up. I was in the real estate place, and they had a picture of this house in the Bronx, and it said "Handyman Special." So, for those of you who don't know, a handyman special means everything in the whole place is broken.
Fucking piece
And
of shit.
A handyman special means a homeless guy pissed here recently.
right, and then there was a note under it. It says, "Do not enter house not safe."
Wait, they actually took you to see this place?
No. It was a house for sale while I was
Wait,
waiting.
they say that actual language, do not enter house not safe?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. It was it was this picture of this rundown house, and it was in the Bronx and $300,000, and so run down that it was not safe to even walk in.
You know what? Actually, like not as I don't know them not less negative. Just like a term of art they seem to use is that they'll talk about a place and say a sun-soaked living room, and my wife and I would be like, "What the hell do you mean sun-soaked? It's drenched, like you have to wring it out from the sun."
Yeah, that's weird wording.
I mean, I guess I get the idea that you're saying there's a lot of sun in there, like
Right.
there's a lot of places that sit, like, but
How
the way
about-
they say it, like sun-soaked living room. Oh man, I might drown in there. Like, what the hell does that mean?
How about just sunny?
Yeah, fucking sunny. I get that.
I don't know. You got to be really careful with the wording on a lot of these places.
Well, I mean, you could also tell. I mean, you could a handyman special obviously meant like shithole. Like, I don't know why you went to see that place.
Yeah, no, I didn't go
Yeah,
see
okay.
it, but I was laughing because the note that said like "Don't walk in it," which, I mean, that's just hilarious.
Yeah, I come up with my own ads. Like for a place in like Avenue D, I'd say, "Great for a man to live in."
Yeah.
But the thing is, they don't tell you Avenue D until they actually get you on the phone. And like, yeah, meet me at the corner of Houston. Meet me in the Second Avenue at train stop.
Yeah.
And we'll walk down.
Yeah.
And so you think it's gonna be around the area. Meanwhile, it's like 10 blocks away, and you're on Avenue fucking Death.
Yeah, exactly.
Meet me at East 4th 437 Avenue, Houston Avenue. Oh, well, it's on Houston. How bad could it be?
What
and
do I
then all of a
say?
sudden you're in the ghetto.
It's like this apartment's great for jogging enthusiasts because you'll be getting chased all the time.
Terrible.
Yeah, these people are
Want to experience the thrill of rape without having to leave your place?
what's the worst places you guys have been shown?
Been shown? You know, I haven't been shown anything all that like terrible. I don't know.
For me, it was definitely the place on Avenue D.
The,
That was a surprise.
the worst places I've seen actually are our friend Jason lived in. They were some of the worst places I've actually seen. I actually haven't seen that one. He lived
The
in
one who's showering next to his TV?
Yeah, he lived in some place for like a 3-week rental. He was in the city for like a short-term thing, and it was the same thing. It was like a shower in the kitchen. The shower was like next to the kitchen. And, it was just like a shitty place. It was small as can be, and and we're like, okay, cool. I guess you're living here. See you later. I think there's some cum stains on the wall.
I've seen rooms that were apartments where they're on the top floor and they're called sunny.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they mask the fact that they're on the top floor of a walk up with slanted rooms, saying it's in Carroll Gardens. Meanwhile, you're literally right in front of the projects. you know, like down on Flatbush. Yeah, they have all these these marketing terms to kind of sway you to go see the place, and then when you actually get there, you're like, you fucking kidding me?
Well, there's a place also. So on the Upper West Side. It's like between like 62nd and like 66. There are these luxury buildings they decided to build in back of the projects. So like you go a little bit west, you end up in like basically the projects where you don't obviously want to live, and then behind there are these luxury buildings that like they actually are probably really nice places built in the worst fucking place ever. And so like the brokers were always trying to tell you, oh, it's great. Oh, you want a good deal? Looks like you got a 2-bedroom for like a good price.
It's up and coming.
There's laundry machine in your place. The landlord will blow you. Just come live here. Like
a bag of coke. Come on, inside.
Come on. Like, and they always have the best deals a month free because who the fuck wants to like get mugged on the way to and from their luxury building?
Yeah, dude, seriously. And,
we got shown a place where it was, first of all, it was when me and the doc were looking for a place, and they showed us like 6 straight railroad apartments. Railroad apartments are where you have to walk through a bedroom to get to the next bedroom. So, first of all, I'm like, dude, like, stop showing us these. After like the third one, we're like, no, I don't like railroad apartments. They show the next one. I don't like railroad apartments.
You get it? We're not dating. We're not going to share the same bedroom.
Right. Have we made out once on this trip? No. We saved that for behind closed doors. No. And they had one where it was a railroad, but there was one of the bedrooms had a door that led into the hallway.
I've seen those.
There was another door in the kitchen at the other end of the apartment.
Yeah.
So I'm just picturing myself getting up at 3 a.m. to take a piss, going out to go back
down
into
the hallway.
kitchen, forgetting my keys, and just being locked in my boxers in the hallway until somebody else gets up. So yeah, obviously didn't take that apartment either.
Yeah, the worst.
One of our listeners said they looked at a place that had a bathroom in the closet, which
I don't think it's
a
called
bathroom in the closet.
Yeah, I don't think it's called a closet.
Wouldn't that just be a bathroom?
Yeah. Would the listener just be an idiot? No offense to Isler.
I think that's a porta potty, right? And no sink in the bathroom.
I have
sink in the bathroom.
Yeah, because nobody washes their hands after
Holy
they.
shit.
So like the way you describe a bathroom in the closet, you're like, yeah, and I had a separate kitchen in a separate room.
A toilet on carpeting.
A toilet on carpeting? That's disgusting.
Well, yeah, that's really not you don't want carpet next to.
You don't want carpet, period.
No.
Especially not in a bathroom.
No, a bathroom's the last place you want carpet.
You know what you don't see a lot anymore? You don't see a lot of places with wallpaper. That kind of faded.
Yeah, it did. Good.
You really can't find wallpaper anymore.
No.
Like in the 1980s, I feel like that was like a big deal. My parents growing up, I remember they changed all the wallpaper in the house.
Oh yeah,
Like,
every stage
we're
of our
getting
life.
new wallpaper.
Yeah.
It's like we have a new house. We're getting this like designer wallpaper.
The fate was wallpaper and carpet. You get new carpet and you get new wallpaper. Your house is the fucking tits.
Were you there when I was 12 years old when we redid our house? Yeah, I mean, what happened to the wallpaper industry?
Now it's all about custom paints and hardwood floors.
And
that mom and pop that like had the wallpaper company must be like hurting right now.
Whoa, wait! I want to hear more about this bathroom. First of all, I mean, it said there was no sink in the bathroom and there was no stove.
Wait, what city is this in? Can we confirm that?
Waltham, Massachusetts.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, you're living in Waltham and you're deciding that we had to get like that shitty of a place?
Wait. No,
How much
it
was-
was
how
just a place they were shown.
How much was it?
Yeah, how much was it? It was the size of a closet with a sliding door. Sliding doors are glass, right?
No, they
No,
can be
they don't
wood.
have
They can
to
be
be.
wood.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, if you had a glass sliding toilet door,
$850 a month?
yeah, that's way too much.
How much does a normal place in that area go for?
One bedroom is probably $1,000.
For $150 a month, you don't have to have like the bathroom in the closet.
No, you definitely.
The closet.
A closet. Wow, that's wow.
You
I'm
like
actually surprised that in Waltham
pull
because
your,
Waltham isn't that kind of town. But
Push your coats over so you can fit in between them and take a shit.
I mean, it's gotta be awkward. Also, like you and your wife are like getting ready for work. I need to get my something from the closet. I'm shitting in the closet. I'll be out in a second.
That's awful. I think that tops anything I've seen.
yeah, I think the worst that I've seen is just the whole bathtub in the kitchen. And they actually still have those and rent those out in the East Village.
I can't believe
And
those
people
still
still
exist.
fucking rent those things.
I know,
Like,
our
are you
buddy did
fucking
that.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Who the fuck rents that?
That's unbelievable. I wouldn't even do that, like, if it was just, like, me and my girlfriend. Like, why would you ever want that? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's...
I think my worst apartment was one that I had down in Houston, and it was just we took it because of location. You know, if you're in Houston and Allen, First Avenue, you're pretty much in the thick of things. You're in the middle of everything. It was a 2-bedroom, living room, and 2 bedrooms were tiny, no windows, no closets,
No windows?
no windows in
In
the
the whole-
bedrooms. No, in the bedrooms, and no closets. But the saving grace was the living room. It was on the first floor, and it did have a window and whatnot, so that was kind of a saving grace.
Oh, that's good.
At that point, you're just paying for location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
kinda-
think it's...
But no bathroom in the closet, so that was good.
Yeah, I've kind of got to the point where I'm no longer going to pay for location to like near the going out scene anymore. I think I've gotten to that age where I don't need to be near the going out scene anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Ditto, that's why I live in Astoria now.
I last weekend, so my buddy had a friend in town. He wanted to take him, the guy from South Africa actually. He wanted to take him out and like really show him like a big night out. So we all went out in where we go? Like, I think East Village area or something like that. And man, I can't do the big going out nights anymore. Like, the big it's like you go to like these we went to like this lounge club oriented place and like. I'm like, can't they turn on the music? I'm trying to fucking talk. It's
Yeah,
fucking dark in
exactly.
here.
We're getting old.
I can't see anyone. Like, and it's like the crowd is so thick. I walked in there, like, there's a bunch of us, like 12 of us. I walk in there, and like we're walking through the crowd, and my head's kind of down, just trying to get through the crowd. I look up, I don't know where the fuck all my friends are, and then I had to like go back and forth to find everyone. I'm like, what? Can't we just hang out at someone's place and watch the base basketball game? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, everyone gets on my case for not going out
Well,
anymore.
no, wait. But you're different though, because you're a fucking hermit. You never go out.
It's not
I feel
fun
like
anymore.
nobody ever sees you unless they come all the way out here to Brooklyn.
It's not fun anymore. I scream. My going out is just
Go-
going, what?
No,
What?
but then you go to the
Excuse
rough
me.
place, you see like
Excuse me.
no,
It's
you,
true.
you go to a good dive bar, you hang out, you sit at the bar, you have a couple of pints, you shoot some pool, maybe shoot some darts, play with the jukebox. That's a good time.
Here
And
I
it
got
still is.
I got 14,000 songs. I got a dartboard. I got Rock Band.
All the
and I
porn
could-
you ever need.
Oh, you're antisocial.
And I could buy a bottle of Johnny Walker Black Label for $40 and still spend less than.
I
spend at
agree
the
with
bar.
you. I agree with Leon here. Going to like regular, like very chill bars, we can just like have some beers and
Sort of
actually
pub
hear
and
each
hang
other.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally cool. I think the places though, like when they play the music loud and like,
Dun, dun, dun,
like
dun,
you
dun.
can't see anything. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some hot girls out at those places, and I can see if you're single why you go out to those places. But I think it was like fucking 3 a.m. I look over my friends, like the single guys, and you can see like they don't. It's not like they're kind of wrapping up their evening. They're totally like, we're staying out to the bar closing, and I'm like,
We're trying to grab some tail.
at some point, I just like turned to them like, yeah, I'm just gonna call it a night, guys. I'm just gonna go home. I fucking can't do this.
2 people have asked why Leon isn't on camera.
Hello.
The thing is, I don't have a real webcam yet
When
because I'm broke and nobody donates to the show. So, you know, we don't have a pop filter over there, so you may hear a little static. And I don't have a webcam, so we have to use the internal mic. And we're not sitting on each other's laps.
I'm
so
the VO here. I'm
we can only
playing
fit.
the voice of God. It's all
Why,
good.
why aren't we sitting on each other's laps? I've suggested that every week, and you don't want to do it.
I know. Well, you know.
Maybe halfway through the show, Leon and I will switch seats, and you can look at him instead.
Any other good comments from the peanut gallery?
They want you to lean in and say hi.
Hello. Well, who is that?
People. I don't know if they want to be.
The peeps.
The peeps.
I don't know if they want to be
peeps.
mentioned on there.
Peeps them here. No Lauren this time, though.
No, I'm gonna have to explain that.
Lauren wasn't about it.
You know what I find funny also when you go out? I've noticed this also that, like, if your friends, like, if you're going out with, like, a group of people, there's sometimes there'll be people there you don't know, like, and sometimes there'll be single girls.
Mm-hmm.
And they find out you're married. It's not like you're gonna hit on them or they're gonna hit, but, like, they find you're married, they have this expression on their face of, like, why would you go out anymore? If you're
Really?
married, why would you go out? Like, just like this kind of like it's like they're like their goal was to find a guy so they can never have to ever fucking go out to a club again. You're like they're just putting themselves in this fucking torture because like just to pray next week maybe I'll meet the guy so I never have to come back here again.
Really? Well, you know, funny that you bring that up, and don't ask why at this moment in time I was watching Oprah, but a couple of weeks ago.
Hang on. Why are we watching Oprah?
Listen. So I ended up leaving work early just for the fuck of it. You know, my boss works.
I gotta get out of work early. There's a great Oprah.
So
She lost some weight this week.
But
thin Oprah.
But I put it on, and I put it on because the topic was single women who love married men.
Yeah.
So basically, like the whole stigma was, or
The answer was people who watch
The whole
Oprah.
attraction was that this.
Do you say whore attraction?
The attraction was that men who go to these bars, and they did a whole study, like a whole. They sent a couple of you guys out with your rings on and try to hit on these women.
Yeah.
And some of them were very receptive and actually were looking for that as opposed to some single, schmuck who is out there just trying to get some tail. And
Commitment. They don't have to worry about commitment.
I forget what the percentage was, but it was a pretty high percentage of women who actually prefer to be hit on and actually prefer a married man than a single guy. It was fucking strange.
Well, I guess like there's no like there's like no attack. There's no like nothing's gonna come of it basically. You kind of like them,
Right, you just get shit bought for you, and then you can still
That's
go home.
that's what they were saying. It's like, you know what, they're gonna spend money on us, because they obviously have their thing at home, and for us, we're kind of a treat for them. They're gonna buy us the flowers. They're gonna buy us the nice things. They're gonna take us out to the nice restaurants. Blah 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 blah.
I guess also the married guy is like he's more confident because he doesn't give a shit
Exactly.
about getting laid
That
with
was
you,
another thing.
as opposed to like the single dude who hasn't been laid.
Who's
for,
trying.
Who's like if I like it's the, like. Yeah, he basically the single dude is fucking trying too hard, basically,
Yeah.
so it doesn't work as well.
So I mean, you obviously have a ring. Do you? I know you were just saying that some of the girls that come across are kind of
Does he
like,
have a
oh,
ring?
you're
Yeah,
married.
You do have a ring.
Has anybody ever come
You
across
got a
it?
ring on also, but I think it's on the wrong hand.
It's in the wrong hand, yeah. I used to wear it on this hand, and people, I'm like, no, I'm not married.
You're like, no. I swear, I'm. Oh, you like it when I wear the ring this way? Okay, baby, I'm wearing the ring. Yeah. I got 5 kids at home.
No,
yeah.
so have you ever come across a woman at a bar or a club or whatever here in the city where they actually want to keep talking to you because you are married?
I try to like avoid like one of my buddies like before I was married and he was married. He put it to me this way: "Is like I think it was when I was engaged. He was like, the way you don't cheat is don't put yourself in those fucking situations in the first place. If you're gonna get drunk and go to clubs all the time, yeah, you're gonna cheat. You're gonna like." So basically, like, just avoid, like, even if you're out with your friends, hang out with your friends. Don't talk to random girls. Basically, don't spend your time talking to random girls.
Why? Because so that's a lack of self-control. So you can talk to a pretty girl and have a good conversation about shit. Maybe she works in as something that you may find interesting.
But
That's no reason not to talk to her.
But here's the same thing. Do you want your wife drunk at a club, meeting some random dude, just finding out about him?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't.
And I'm not married.
So,
but I wouldn't want my girlfriend doing that. No, but
your sister. You want your sister out there.
yes.
Is
But
it
no.
weird that I had when I was dating a girl for a couple of years, I had a roommate who went out with us, and we were on the dance floor, and we were all dancing, and then he did one of how you do the spin around thing.
Yeah.
They did that, and then he grabbed her, and she said he had a huge hard on. Is that a little
Nice.
weird?
Wait, who grabbed him?
Wait, what happened?
He did.
One of
he's-
my roommates at the time
He spun the girlfriend around.
spun my girlfriend around, and then they did like this. I don't know, whatever the dance is. But
Were they doing the
he had a huge-
lambada?
Uh,
I was looking to Skype in.
And so you're saying that is someone coming to our calling in?
no, somebody's trying to send me a random file. If I don't know you, I'm not going to take. Why would I take a file? It's like here's this virus. random person that I don't know.
I don't want candy from you, stranger.
Anyway, so you thought it was weird that one of your friends
My
was
roommate.
twirling your girlfriend,
No, I
and
was
she
fine
happened
with
to
the twirl.
notice that he was excited.
Were you, hang on,
I
were
was
you,
fine with the twirl. I
were
was
you
not
kind of-
fine with the raging hard on.
were you, when the way she described it said huge hard on, were you like, wait, come on, how big was it? Like, was my hard on bigger? Or,
Would you have minded if it was a small heart?
like, if she was like, he had a small hard on, you'd be like, yeah, he
Then
did.
you're like, oh, whatever.
I could kick his ass.
Well, no, I was saying halfies happen, but fullies,
Is this,
you know.
is this a doc?
No, no.
Well, you haven't had many roommates, Jay. So
Was this your giant black roommate?
No. Have I ever had a
No,
child?
I made that up.
No, I haven't had that.
You know, actually, I was gonna say, I guess I had noticed, like, I've been with my wife now, like, for a while, and, like, so I've stopped hitting on girls. It hasn't been for years. I'm trying to hit on girls, but like, I guess I've noticed, like, and sometimes you'll see like a girl like try to talk to you at a bar or something like that. I don't know if it's because of the ring or anything like that, but I try to kind of avoid like.
I think it definitely is. Well, according to the Oprah study.
Actually, I was at the
Which is
bar
obviously validated.
last weekend. We were at a bar.
Yeah.
I went to get like a buy a round at the bar or whatever, and this grown girl starts talking to me like she's also just trash next to me. She's like, "I haven't been with the bartender. I can. What do you want?" And I was like, "Okay." So she got the bartender's attention from me, and then I walked the fuck away. But like, I don't know. But what did Oprah say? That the wise Oprah.
The wise Oprah, which, by the way, I despise Oprah more than anybody else. I hate the fact that everybody kind of holds her in such a high pedestal. Where if Oprah asks you to be on her show and you say no, it's like fucking Babylon. It's the worst thing that can happen.
Do you know why you don't get Oprah? Because you're a guy. You fucking no guy in the planet besides Dr. Phil gets
She's
her.
nothing but a fucking talk
Who
show
do you
host.
hate more,
Give me a break.
Dr. Phil or her?
Dr. Phil is actually a psychologist. I respect him more. Fuck Oprah. She has nothing.
Doesn't he have his degree though from
He's got a degree. I don't
from
care.
like University of Nowhere to PhD? I've heard he's like look up Dr. Phil on Wikipedia.
I don't know
heard he
what
has the
degree,
shitty. I heard he has
but
the
he's
shittiest
actually a
degree.
doctor. Where Oprah is just
Oh, yeah?
a fucking bunch of.
Well,
lip
somebody
service.
called up Dr. Phil and said they thought they swallowed a nail, and he told her to find out she should get an MRI.
Well, he's not that kind of doctor. I think we both agree.
No,
that
he's a
not-
psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Well, why give advice if you don't know what you're doing? An MRI is a big magnet.
I
She
don't
would have
think-
fucking died.
I don't even think that story happened.
It was live on TV.
No,
you didn't see
it can't be that
Come
stupid.
on.
No, it happened.
Really?
Yes.
Look it up. We got Google right here.
Fine, I'll look it up.
I just think Dr. Phil, he gives asinine advice, and he's kind of just talks down to people. I think it's I think there was one thing where like for one season of his show, he adopted some town and told everyone in the town what's wrong with them.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, you're
That's
doing
that.
this, you're doing wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And I was kind of hoping like someone would just shoot him in the town.
So yeah, Dr. Phil, just whatever. He's just kind of there. He just plays psychiatrist kind of dude. But Oprah has what the?
Oprah-
who is? Why does
She
Oprah
gives
even
away
have
cars.
a show? Why does she have a show?
What do you mean?
Why is her advice fucking gold? It's not, and people
Apparently
eat
it
that
is
shit
gold because
up.
I think it was everyone was like, oh, maybe we should elect Obama. Oprah wants him. Let's elect Obama.
Exactly.
She
That's
got Obama
fucking
elected.
bullshit. I hate that. I wish I had a good joke, but I have none.
Just type in Wikipedia next to
All right. Well, I don't want to keep.
What are some of the good folks saying online? And do they have any questions? Any comments?
Are they sending any more files?
No, they sent me a list that the third grader wrote called "Types of Bitches."
Oh,
Types of bitches.
well,
Yes.
just read them.
What are they? What are the top 10?
Hang on, I'll read the top 10. Dirty.
Start at number 10. Start at number 10.
Oh, okay. You're gonna guess the other ones. Bitches that can be trying to steal your man. Okay.
Ew.
Track wearing bitches.
I don't know what that means.
I think there must be track suit wearing bitches.
Okay.
Can't keep a man, bitch.
Okay.
Ugly looking bitch that think they all that.
This was,
Yeah, I hate
this was
that,
definitely
man.
written by a suburban white person.
Got all that mouth but can't step, bitch.
Yeah, I hate that kind of bitch.
That's the bitchiest kind
That's
of
the
bitch.
fucking worst kind of bitch.
This kid was in Head Start. Don't know how to fight bitches. Fishy bitches.
Ooh, is that stinky bitches?
I know it says fishy
Dude,
bitches.
if-
But
It
it must mean.
It must mean, right?
Do third graders know about that?
Stinky pussy.
I don't know. He knows about all these other kind of bitches.
Dude, I went to the wrong elementary school.
You obviously didn't go to this kid's elementary school. Dusty trick bitches.
I don't know what that means.
Is
I
that,
mean, the third grader speaks in lingo.
Like,
isn't
Lingo.
that an 80s wrestler?
That is the one that Dusty. What's his name?
Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes, baby. Ow!
We're saying the third graders lingo is above all of our heads.
I don't understand half of these.
Ain't got no ass, bitches.
I hate
say-
them kind of fucking bitches.
Yeah,
Just say Asians.
They're gonna have a nice.
Dirty dumb ass bitches. Let's go to the bottom.
That was the
of
number
list.
one. Dirty dumbass bitches.
Go to the bottom list. I want to see where he starts off the list with. That's keep going down.
It just goes on and on.
No, go to the
Oh,
bottom.
too
No,
many
I want
kinds-
to see what. I
There's
want
just too many kinds of bitches.
Just go all the way down.
Dry scalp / dandruff bitches.
Oh, I hate them kind of bitches.
I want to see number 100.
Muggin bitches.
Okay, number 90.
Jesus bitches.
Jealous bitches, ghetto bitches, tall bitches, conceited bitches. Now you're just describing
Sloppy bitches.
White bitches that think black people poor.
uncreative.
Is
I
white bitches
just
that
Z
think-
snapped that.
Is white bitches that think black people have bad grammar one of these? Geekin be suntannin. Trifling. Trifling's kind of a big word for a third
Look at
grader.
that. Trifling.
Pretty
Wow.
smart.
I'm impressed.
Spray of heart.
What other kind of bitches are there?
You should turn this into like a multiple choice exam and see like what kind of bitch are you for Facebook?
Skanky, fishy, cock-smelling bitches.
Stinky feet bitches.
Stinky feet bitches, yeah. Raggly braid bitches. That's my favorite
If you
one.
answered yes to does your stinky feet stink, then you are a stinky feet bitch.
I like pajamas outside bitches. I don't
Oh,
like
I
that either.
hate those.
Yeah, I
bitches.
don't like that.
No,
either.
that's a true story.
You know what?
hate the, and I hate the pajama pant wearing outside, and while they wear their Uggs.
Okay, number.
Can we?
Hang
jump
on 1 second. Number 60. Stanking, fishy,
Cock-smelling bitches.
cock-smelling bitches. I feel like that kind of some of these bitches overlap.
Yeah, they are.
So you don't like Uggs?
No. So it should be. We should intertwine it to be like outdoor pajama wearing, Ugg wearing bitches.
Oh, he said nappy bitches.
Ew.
Oh boy.
Wasn't that Imus? said
Listen,
that
when,
also?
when you don't even know how to spell
Wait,
ghetto,
why
you're
don't
out
you
of
like
here.
dick riding bitches? Of all the bitches, would you like that bitch?
I would love that bitch.
Spanish bitches who think they all that because of their hair. There's too many hair-related ones in here.
I mean, there's only so many topics to come up with. Staring in your face, bitches.
Bitches who think their man loves them but get pregnant and be left alone.
Suckers.
So do you think
That
you
is
think they're gonna
awesome.
turn this into like a coffee table book? You remember they had that what was that, like that 8-year-old that wrote that book about how to talk to girls?
Yeah, that was
Oh.
such a piece of shit. We did that on one of the episodes.
This should
What a
be
piece
like
of
the
shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
this should be the ghetto answer to it. Like how to talk to girls, and then like how to tell which girls are ghetto bitches.
Well, that was pretty.
How to
amazing.
talk to bitches.
Take a break.
Yeah, I think we're gonna. I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, 90 types of bitches. It's called andIamNotLying.com.
Yeah, I mean, all I gotta say is you couldn't make it to 100 bitches. 100 is a round number. You couldn't get 10 more bitches out of that. Like I
Or
can
at least 99.
I can like. What about vegan bitches? What about like
Hipster bitches.
hipster
bitches.
bitches? What about
Fake hair bitches.
I think that's on here actually.
What about Avenue D bitches?
That's the muggin bitches. That's on there.
Oprah watching bitches.
Oprah watching bitches.
Yeah, like
I like it.
come on, 8th grader or 8-year-old, get on that stuff with your bitches. You haven't experienced life. You don't know enough bitches.
Any of the listeners have some requests for the bitch list?
And if you want to like
99 bitches, but a bitch ain't one.
yeah, how about Republican bitches? Come on.
All right, we're gonna take a fiver. Enjoy the musical stylings of MC Lars, and we will be back as soon as we refill our drinks. And I just want to say vote. No, we'll get into that actually. Leon just destroyed.
I'm not the one with broken headphones here,
Well,
Jason.
just wait until the podcast studio.
Once the beat off room is ready.
Yeah. Once Porn Emporium.
I will buy you your own
effect.
new headphones for the Porn Emporium, my friend.
There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? While we're taking this break, you can post on the forums. BrinkUpSanityShow.com.
The good thing is, if you have a cold, you can find a tissue there.
Yeah, there'll be lots of
Ayo.
Bazingo! Let me just pull up the music and then. Well, you guys can go. I'll just pull up the music and ramble.
I'll talk.
Well, okay.
So, anyone see the new episode of Lost? Have you seen it, Jay? Gotta say that show fucking sucks.
I hate that goddamn show.
I mean, every time, like, you know what's gonna happen next week? I'm not want to ruin it for everyone, but I know what's happening next week on Lost. Nothing ever happens every fucking week. They'll introduce more and more characters. You'll get more and more angry. Until in the last episode, they'll fade to black and tell us all to fuck off.
Yep. What a piece of shit. That show's got to go.
Yeah.
I can't believe I watched so much of that shit.
There's 9 episodes to go, so you might as well, like, you're all in. You might as well just, like, you've
That's
watched
what
the
I
whole
figured.
thing. Yeah.
That's what I figured.
I mean, I've wasted this much of my life. Who the hell cares about 9 more hours?
Yep. All right, break time.
Okay.
You're listening to Neanderthal Radio, the most ruthless show in the universe. Let's fucking party.
As soon as I started my piss stream, he flicked the light on and just started looking out the window. And I just stood as still as I possibly could, and he never saw me because I just lurk in the shadows like a goddamn ninja.
Let's break this down. When we're doing the show, here's the 3 things that go through our minds. 1, do we have 6? Cha-ching! Yes. 2, can I go buy some beer? Cha-ching! Yes, I can. And 3, will my Dell laptop fire up one more goddamn time? Please do it, because it doesn't have a battery.
And all we're thinking about the whole time is afterwards going to Sheets and getting greasy food.
Have I taken my underwear off so I can get more cozy in my chair? Oh, I didn't tell you guys about that. Sorry, that's fucked up.
I'm sitting here naked.
You better get yourself a sandwich right now.
And a beer.
And a beer.
And a cig.
And maybe if you're going to jack off, do it now.
Yeah, do it
Plenty
now.
of cigs.
Yeah, we got plenty of cigs to go around for everybody. We got diesels,
and if you're
diesel trucks
and
outside.
if you're on listening to this on the iPod or computer, stop. Burn it to a disc and put it in a stereo because we're gonna rock your fucking face.
And if you can do it, possibly burn it to a record player because that'll sound real sweet.
Yeah, awesome.
Check out the show at neanderthalradio.com. Naked women and free beer. Every Thursday night. Subscribe.
All right, we're back.
Yes!
Holla! Everyone go to brinksanityshow.com and post stuff on the forums. That makes me happy.
You'll be amazed what you find when you go to the site.
Yep. Whole bunch of crazy shit on there. We actually got a bunch of people posting now, so it's a lot more fun. Anyway,
and sign up for the podcast on iTunes?
yeah, definitely subscribe on iTunes. That helps a lot. Vote on Podcast Alley. Not very impressed with the turnout of votes this week.
If you want to also subscribe for extra bonus content for $5 a month, you can be cooler than your friends.
Much, much, much cooler.
So I hear you were telling me, Jay, about the new business idea.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get into that right now. I do want to get into the fact that we are not in the top 10 in comedy right now on Podcast Alley because somebody made 3 fake accounts and a fake vote generator and took the top 3 spots.
Are you annoyed because you didn't think of it first?
No, because now they are the scourge of the podcasting community and everyone hates them.
Again,
I'm sorry.
Is it because you didn't think of it
That was
first?
me. It was all me.
Well, I'm
Come
not
on,
going to...
I would totally fake my votes if I could do it.
What they want me to do is get mad and say the name of their show. So that's exactly what I'm not...
Fuck that.
So, I'm going to start with every show that's not them in the top 10. And,
You
know,
show them.
Thank you for people who got real votes, like Red Bar Radio and Double Feature and Keith and the Girl and Reckless Media Radio. And fuck you show that I'm not going to name. Wow, I don't know.
Why don't you just say it?
Yeah, I'm turning. No. It's a show that never got any votes ever. Yeah. That's no. Our buddies at Random Ass Radio would never cheat on their voting, and they are
Fuck 'em.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Random Ass Radio too because they are 13th in comedy, and without these fake accounts, they'd be in the top 10.
Random Mass is a great show. It's unfortunate that the douchebags.
Whose name you're not going to say.
The douchebag show, exactly.
The douchebag show. The douchebag show.
Mhm.
That's the way they became the douchebag show.
That's all right. It's everyone's on to them. Nobody, you probably got a lot of downloads this month, but you know what? Nobody likes it. So your numbers mean nothing
Okay, what
because
does
your
that
show's
about?
awful.
I think Obama talked about them when he was talking about fucking pissed off about healthcare and that.
Yeah. We did Lindsay Lohan. Oscars. Do you guys want to even get into that?
Fuck the Oscars. The Hurt Locker.
I didn't see it. I heard good. I want to see it.
I just wanted to say that they had the top 20 views for the week of TV shows. Oscars blew away the competition, almost doubled number 2. Academy Awards, not Oscars, but it's stupid.
But number 2 was the Oscars red carpet.
Did you guys watch the Academy Awards?
No,
I did, yeah.
Why?
Why? Because there was nothing else on Sunday night, and I have a girlfriend that I live with, so she wanted to watch it. And it really, they really were some great movies out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I should say, in 09. So, I kind of wanted to see how some of the movies pair out. And I think, as someone who used to work in the music business, compared to the Grammys, I think the Oscars still kind of hold some weight. So, yeah, it's harder to watch it.
Can we shift over a little bit just so everyone's a little closer?
I'd like to point out, let's go back to the top 20 shows. Have you looked at the other shows that are...
Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up.
Because number 2 is the red carpet. Number 3 and 4 are American Idol.
You don't even get to a real show until number 5.
And I don't even give a shit about American Idol. I guess a lot of people do.
either.
But then NCIS, CBS, I don't even know what that fucking is. I've heard of it.
Is that the new LL Cool J fucking thing?
It might be. I don't know. Everything's either a cop drama or a medical drama.
Why are all CBS's shows just like acronyms?
Does anybody else just get Netflix? Don't watch this shit.
Number 16 is pretty awesome, so I'm happy that's on there.
Number 7's
Criminal Minds.
That show is so
never
fucking
seen
good.
Really?
Oh my god, it's so good.
Do
Netflix,
comedies
that shit
get
is so
worse
good.
than 2.5 Men?
I hate.
Oh my god, that's the worst.
I hate every show on this list.
16.9 million idiots.
Oh, the Big Bang Theory is pretty good though.
I've heard it's actually decent, but I don't watch that.
If you took the top 10 and just
Bunch of nerds
wrote,
hanging out, it's funny.
My wife loves The Good Wife. Well, it's also a dumb show.
if you took the top 10 and wrote idiots instead of million, that would be a more accurate list.
Criminal Minds, man, that's the only worthy show on that list.
2.5 Men, 16.9 million idiots. All right, Big Bang Theory, I'll give you.
I mean,
that one's good.
but basically, what you're saying is the top 20 shows are 20 shows you would probably never watch.
Yeah, I'm saying if you take out reality shows, you're already down to like a top 12. If you take out crime dramas, you have about 3 shows. It's just like, is TV that shitty or are people that stupid? I don't know.
I mean, the Barbara Walters
eternal
special and
question.
the Oscar. I mean, it's just like a terrible list of shows.
That many people watching a pre-Oscar special?
Well, the good thing is, like, back in the day, like 20 years ago, you'd have no choices. And if these were your choices, you'd be fucked. But now you actually have, like, you can watch a baseball game or watch something else on TV.
Really, baseball in the March? I don't think so. Sorry,
Yeah, I'm actually spring training. But I should have said basketball. I'm very excited for the baseball season. I am so excited
Kudos,
to see,
my friend.
to see my
Kudos.
Mets fucking suck. Man, they are awful. Reyes is already out.
Yeah,
Beltran's
dude,
out.
what's up with that?
Oh my god, how is Reyes already out?
This is
Beltran's
surgery
already
done.
out. Oliver Perez still sucks his ass.
Yeah.
I could throw better than him, and not saying I could throw well, just saying he's that bad. The team is awful already. I mean, what kind of fucking...
But you should be used to it by now.
Speaking of
Because I follow
baseball,
the Knicks also?
Next to the Mets are just pitiful excuses for a team.
I'm a
But
Jeff fan, which finally has come around to be actually a good
the
thing.
Jeff fan. Oh, see, so you and I don't like each other.
Who do you like?
I'm from Boston.
Oh, okay.
speaking of baseball, that's
have a-
my least favorite thing on the planet. So next,
Hey,
I have a question for you. So being from Boston, and I only think someone actually told me this. They thought this is an endearing term for someone from Boston. I don't necessarily know if it's true.
From
but-
asshole?
Yeah.
I love it.
You love the term. Okay, so everyone in Boston loves that term.
Listen, at the end of the day, to me anyway, Boston sports fans are some of the most obnoxious people in the entire world. And I hate to be classified as falling under that umbrella, but it's true. Listen, when I go to Fenway, when I go to the Fleet Center, I hate some of my fellow fans because of the way they act. They're just obnoxious and they're rude and they're not. But at the end of the day, that's my home.
I mean,
I'm an asshole.
The cool thing is they do get into it more so than more.
They're
fans.
passionate.
Like
They're
you like
passionate.
the thing is like with some towns like the guys are into it, but like in Boston, fucking girls are crying when they're winning the World Series. Like it's. I remember I was in the bar when they won Game 7 or whatever game it was to actually win the World Series, and there were these girls wearing Boston Red Sox like shirts, like crying, like their child had been born. They were so happy.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's
Well,
like,
up there it's a religion.
yeah.
I mean, you might as well, up there in Boston, baseball is a religion.
Yeah, about 3 years.
Kind of like what Islam is to fucking Saudi Arabia. That's what it is to
Basically,
Boston.
if the Messiah came back with a Yankee fan, Boston people would spit on him.
Oh, absolutely.
About 3 years ago,
Then announce it.
I was in Massachusetts, and I was at a grocery store, and it was in May, so that's it's what, second month of the baseball season,
Just
and
started,
and it's playoffs for basketball and hockey.
Yeah.
So I'm at the supermarket, and a girl walks up to me. She's like, "You watching the game tonight?" And I go, "What game?" Because I'm thinking it's either got to be the
Playoff
basketball
game.
or hockey playoffs.
Yeah.
And she looks at me like I have three heads. She's like, "The Red Sox," and I just said, I follow the Yankees, and she walked away without saying another word.
It's sacrilege up there. Although as a fan of all the teams up there, to me, baseball season doesn't officially start until the basketball season ends.
Fair.
But people down there, up there, don't think that way. To them, baseball is what it's all about.
There was this documentary I saw, actually, a really cool documentary about the Red Sox. And they followed the entire season of the Red Sox. They were following, this is before they won the World Series, and they were following them basically, like, just follow how they're diehard fans, and they followed throughout the whole season. And the shitty thing is, they chose to film this documentary in 2003. So that was the year, obviously, where they lost to the Yankees on that home run by Aaron Boone.
Oh,
It was
we're going to talk about that.
no, but the whole point is that if they filmed it 1 year later, they would have had the best documentary ever. Because they filmed it for the whole fucking year.
Yeah.
1 year off of, like, the greatest fucking...
Comeback.
Yeah, I mean,
Ever.
I'm a Met fan. Also, because I hate the Yankees, so I was pretty excited about that comeback. But,
See, isn't it? I think it's kind of great how Red Sox and Met fans we appreciate each other.
we do. I mean, like, A, you guys beat the Yankees, and B, you guys lose to the Mets in the World Series.
All right, no more baseball. No more
Wait,
baseball.
so are we still?
We're done with
Really,
baseball.
86?
I'm
Really?
clinging to
86?
this. I have nothing else. I cling to 86 and 69. It's pathetic in that world. We still talk about 86 like it matters. Fucking Marlins have won 2 titles since then. It's so absurd.
Guys,
And, like,
But there is a camaraderie between the two.
hey, break it up.
listen, Jay, we like baseball. We're taking over your show.
Unfucking believable. It's my show,
called
damn
the
it.
Brink of
I
Baseball.
hate
The show
baseball.
is called The Brink of Baseball.
Bring up baseball from now on.
God damn it.
So,
I hate baseball so much.
Jay. Are you American?
Fat guys
You're
on
obviously-
steroids.
You're obviously not.
Fat
why do you hate fat guys on steroids?
steroids.
That's what our country's built on.
He looks, he scratches, he spits. Oh, he threw a pitch, it was a ball.
Okay.
Wait 4 more
Baseball's one of the
minutes.
best sports.
He looks.
Okay, I have a question. So, you like baseball. I mean, basketball, right?
Love it.
Love basketball. I assume you're a big football fan?
No, don't let them fool you.
You don't like football?
No, I like football.
Fairweather fan.
So you kind of like football when you decide to be a guy. What else? What else sports do you watch?
Badminton?
Yeah, it's,
No.
and hockey's. I mean, hockey's.
Nobody
hockey.
watches hockey. You can't even find it on TV. What is it on, like, channel 782 at, like, 3 in the morning?
My dad used to love this like old joke. I don't know what comedian told it. But it was like, yeah, I went to the hockey game and a boxing match broke out, or I went to a boxing match and a hockey game broke out.
Mhm.
And it's kind of a dumb joke, but it really is fucking absurd because some sport where like 2 guys like start slugging it out and the referee's like, okay, give him room.
Yeah.
He's gonna fight. Let him fight.
Yeah, it's like, if you're losing the game and you're bored or frustrated, you just punch the guy in the face.
I think that's the
fine.
only redeeming quality about hockey.
That's why the
Is that-
sport
is,
sucks.
Is that there is blood.
That's why the sport
Like,
sucks.
I love boxing.
Mhm.
I hate hockey, and the only redeeming quality for hockey is that there's punching.
Yeah, that's the
I mean,
sign
that's
of a weak
the only
sport.
redeeming
A guy takes
quality.
a stick, hits the guy across the neck, and like almost like basically kills the other guy. And then the announcers are like, "Oh, that was a good play. Way to take out the other team's guy. That was skillful."
Fighting used to be allowed in basketball, and they got rid of it, and basketball's still a sport.
Yeah,
If they got rid of fighting in hockey, the sport would die quicker than...
No,
But-
no, it would lose a little bit of its je ne sais quoi kind of factor. But I do a lot of business in Canada, and for them, hockey is what
Okay,
baseball is to us.
so those
it's
two-
a religion. It's scary. I'm like,
So the two
I just
teams
want you
in
to
Canada
call
would be
nothing else
doing
fucking
great.
go up there.
So the 2 teams in Canada would be doing
Aren't
awesome.
half the
Nobody in
teams in
America would watch that shit.
No, it's like 6 teams out there.
Yeah, I think I like
No,
Even
there's
Ottawa, Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal,
Is Calgary still
Calgary. What was that, man?
All right, fuck you. They'll have a
Montreal
mini
made
6-person
it,
league
yeah.
then.
Montreal is one. The
but
Canadian.
hockey, I watched the Olympics. I thought the Olympic hockey, like the final game, was pretty exciting.
Great game, dude.
Yeah,
Great game.
when they tied the game up like with like 10 seconds ago. That was pretty crazy. And 94, when the Rangers won it, it was pretty awesome. The problem also is that the Rangers have sucked since 94 and won't win it again until like 2048.
I don't want to hear it. I'm an Islanders fan. So
Oh, I mean, why
that's
not?
84.
Yeah. You're an Islanders fan?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm off the show. Fuck you.
And I would say I'm a Bruins fan, but I don't care.
Okay, can we talk about something
I
else
like
now?
soccer. So I'm looking forward to the World Cup coming June 11th.
Or as I call it, I'm looking forward to the 2 weeks I give a shit about soccer until I don't have to care about it for another 4 years.
It's actually a month-long tournament. But,
Yeah.
but I'm Latino, so soccer is the sport. It's soccer, baseball, football, basketball, and then whatever else.
Well, soccer allows fighting, or headbutting at least.
So my list is exactly opposite.
What's your list?
Basketball, football.
Basketball.
I don't give a fuck.
Tennis.
No.
Tennis is great. It's a great sport.
I'd rather watch volleyball.
I like tennis.
I watch volleyball in the Olympics.
Hey, Olympics, I don't mind watching it. I watch fucking badminton in the Olympics. And
Yeah,
ping pong in the Olympics is awesome.
Actually, come to Winter Olympics, I found myself fixated on the television watching curling more often than I thought I would.
Really? Because I can't watch a sport which with 10 weeks of training I can compete with.
But it's not a sport; it's a game. So if you like,
It's
if
clearly
you
not
like,
a sport.
If you like things like
Shuffleboard?
like pool or like darts, shuffleboard, those are all games. Bowling, you're gonna like curling.
Well, it's kind of
And
insulting.
I just wanted to figure out
The
how to
thing is,
play.
like, it's insulting to call them like Olympic athletes. That's the other thing. Like, they don't have shooting pool in the Olympics. Like,
No, but they should. Like I was saying, if
you might as well have darts in the Olympics.
That's one of my arguments with somebody. It's like if you're willing to have fucking curling in the Olympics, then give the Summer Olympics fucking pool or give them some other fucking kind of game, because all curling is a fucking game.
You know what they should give the Summer Olympics to make it a little more fun? Like quarters. Or flip cup. That'd be awesome.
Like, God, I haven't played quarters in so long. Brilliant.
Fucking love quarters.
Fuck yeah.
And like and Babe Ruth or beer pong, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That'd be an awesome title game.
Awesome.
Like it'd be like do March Madness, 64 players, but do it all in one day. So like the final match, people are barely standing.
Yeah. I said, well, there's a movie about professional beer pong. What's that called?
Beer Fest.
Beer Fest in Germany.
Yeah.
That was a
Same
good one.
guy as Super Troopers.
That was a good
Yeah,
one.
Super Troopers is hilarious.
Okay, yeah, it is.
It was.
You want to go back to the topic that Jay
Yes. Can we do something
Jay
other than
hates life right now.
baseball?
Jay, do you want to talk about what shopping? What
God
girl
damn it.
stuff?
This
you
is
like?
why I
What girl-
separate the
What are we talking
co-hosts.
about now?
Besides watching baseball, and so when baseball's on, are you like buying clothing? Are you like
Are you trying to infer that baseball's a manly sport?
yeah?
It's the only sport, really.
Jesus
I gotta say no. I
Christ.
gotta say my listen is that like if it's just a random game, I prefer a random game of football to a random game of baseball. But if it's just my teams, I prefer the Mets to anything.
160 games. All right. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You know
I
what?
don't want to talk about it anymore.
When my wife and I when we were just dating, we moved in together. Like the second night we were living together, I was watching the Met game, and she was like, "Didn't you watch this last night?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Is this on every night?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I was like, "Isn't it fantastic?"
I happen to be with a girl now, and live with a girl who loves baseball. And we actually kind of, I think we came together. She's from Virginia.
Yeah.
I'm from Boston. And I happened to meet her at a bar, and she happened to be a Red Sox fan during baseball season. This way.
I'm actually.
So she doesn't mind the constant watching of games. Is what I'm trying to say.
And my girlfriend's a big basketball fan, and I was
She's in Thailand. They have like fucking like elephant polo over there.
That's why I was skeptical. And then she said basketball's her favorite sport. I'm like, is she trying to like get on my good side? And then she says Larry Bird's her favorite player. And then well, no, she didn't say Larry Bird's her favorite player, but she said she likes Larry Bird, and that's my favorite player.
And then she said she could shoot lightning bolts from her vagina.
And then I'm like,
And then Jay was like, "Okay, I'll believe the last one."
well, I thought she was just saying that, just to get on my good side. And then she spits out his number. Like, I didn't even know Larry Bird's number at the time, and I'm like, all right, I'm impressed.
You knew 33.
I did not.
I didn't know. I didn't realize it until just now.
How do you not know that his number was 33?
Because we don't give a shit. We're not from Boston.
I don't.
Larry Bird is an icon.
Yeah,
In
but
Boston,
why do you know? Why do you know
basketball
guys'
world.
jersey numbers? I don't know guys' jersey.
I know Magic 32. I know Michael Jordan 23. I know Kevin McHale 0-0. Oh no, Robert, that's from our parish. Ewing was 33. And I hate the names.
You know what's 33?
Patrick Ewing.
This story I'm about to play.
Oh.
That has nothing to do with 33. I
That's
don't want to talk
the
about
worst
sports anymore.
story, right?
I don't want to talk about sports anymore, so we're just going to go into
Can I
a
get
story.
one more sports story?
What?
One more.
I didn't have what I wanted to say. No, actually, the first time you know what?
hate
Just
this show.
going back to baseball. So the first time I met, when I first started dating my wife, we got to the point where you like meet the parents. We're going to brunch, and she's like, "Oh, my dad's really into like sports. You can totally like talk to her about sports. Like that'll be a way to like bridge the conversation." And it was like I think it was like March, something like that. So I was like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Whatever. Are you excited about the upcoming baseball season?" He goes, "I don't watch baseball." I was like, "Oh," and I just sat there. I was like, I can't believe she set me up like that.
Totally set you up, dude.
Yeah. And then afterwards, she's like, "I don't know what he's talking about. He does watch baseball. I don't know." And it turns out he does watch baseball. I don't know why he like just said that.
Must he balls?
He's a big football fan. He really is big into football, but he'll watch baseball also. But it was just the most awkward moment of, I don't watch baseball. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Shit, what were you like?
I just froze him. He was like-
Well, are you enjoying this evening, sir?
I went back to my pancakes and just said, "Okay, fuck it."
Awkward.
Okay.
Can we do it?
Oh, yeah, Jay,
Go to your gay prom story.
Can we
We're
do a
done, Jay.
comedy show now?
Okay, fine, we're done.
Fucking baseball. Holy shit.
All the people are gonna write in and be like, "That's part of the show talking about baseball." I actually voted right when you did that because I liked the show that much.
2 weeks from now, we have a baseball podcast.
13,000 votes.
What up, Peter Gammons call in?
By the way, we challenged those from the Deuce Show to give us 13,000 votes. See if you can do that.
Shut up, Marc and Leon. Who said that?
Everyone's not liking your sports bullshit. That's what's going on.
Just one gay person.
Call the ambulance.
Just one quick 20-minute segment.
Okay, put on your
This
story.
is good.
Hey, who's yelling?
People.
Hang on, why does capital letters have to be like yelling?
Yeah, that's so yelling.
I mean, it is yelling, but like it's the gayest
And
way
who's
to
doing
yell.
that?
You ever have somebody
Well,
get offended with caps where they're like,
Stop
"Stop
yelling
yelling at
BET.
me"?
If you watch BET, you're out of here anyway. You shouldn't be listening to this show.
Listen, that's the doc,
Go
all right?
watch BET.
That's the doc, all right?
And
Actually-
why is the dog BET really, Doc? Really?
No.
Shouldn't you be
No.
doing
Hey,
some stitches?
before
or
you
something?
embarrass yourself, it's from How I Met Your Mother, Slap Bet.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't read
that
all
person is gay.
Around TV shows.
I actually like that show, but the person's gay.
Oh no, the doc's pretty cool. I enjoy the doc. I just didn't know that was him.
Oh, that was the doc?
That's a doc.
Doc, what's wrong with you? You don't like
that's a good guy.
baseball?
Doc, come on, you
What?
like sports.
All right, listen.
All right, we're done.
This show just completely derailed. Can we rein it in a little
I mean,
bit?
we don't need
Right.
we don't need our listeners yelling at us. What's up with that, Doc?
631-676-1181.
Can listen? I would love to. Can the doc call in?
If
Doc?
he wants to call
Doc,
that number.
Doc, can you call up and join the conversation?
The number is 631-676-1181. If I swear to God, if you call up and start talking about baseball, I'm hanging up on you.
If
Anybody.
someone calls in, I'll stop talking about baseball.
I'm not talking about baseball for another second. All right?
Come on, Doc.
We're going into a story, and it's not going to be about baseball.
It's gonna be about Mississippi.
And nothing.
Oh wait, hang on. Are you talking about that story where in Mississippi they canceled the prom because there were Met fans at the
Fine.
prom?
What do you want to talk about? I hate you. This is why I don't mix and match the co-hosts, because when I mix and match the co-hosts, they gang up on me and take over.
All right, Jay.
Worst
That
fucking-
could be in the Jay show.
Do you think the most hang
It's
on?
not the Jay show. It's just the not baseball show.
Do you think the most awkward thing ever for Corey Feldman was when Corey Haim died? Everyone that saw him was like, "I thought you were dead."
Did we do that like a half hour ago? That was right before the baseball
I
show.
know, but I'm screwed again.
Oh,
Someone call in,
God,
please.
I hate this episode.
If anyone can call
This
in,
episode's awesome.
can anyone call in a freestyle?
Fucking.
That'd be great.
I don't think it's gonna have us on together again, Mark.
I think this is what I think is the best one I've been on.
I'm
Except for the one-
having fun,
Fuck.
Except for
dude.
the one
Real.
Jay accidentally erased.
Yeah. Sorry, computer crashed again. I just spilled my 40 on the hard drive.
That was a great episode. Oh, sorry guys.
I'm just pouring gasoline on my monitor.
We're
I don't know
like,
what happened, guys.
Jay, it didn't seem like an accident when you pushed the file over to the recycle bin.
All right, Jay, listen, we're gonna give the show right back to you.
Okay, go to the show. Tell me.
I don't need it to
Just
be
launch
a fucking.
into some amazing spits.
It doesn't have to be a dictatorship. I just don't want to
Drive
talk
the
about.
show. Go ahead. We're talking about Mississippi or something, right?
Yeah, they all learned to use a book.
Bunch of dykes couldn't go to the prom. Is that what we're talking
Everyone loves bad date stories, by the way. Chat room people who only have bad date stories to talk about.
about? Ooh,
Oh, we haven't even talked about your neighborhood, your bodega next door. Can we talk about that?
Yes.
You seem to be angry about the bodega.
Well, I live next door to the most unfriendly bodega ever. You'd think if you go in there like 5 days a week, they'd acknowledge your existence. Maybe a thank you when you buy something, a hello when you walk in.
I have a question. Do you buy a lot there? Do you buy pound cake?
Yeah, they have random cakes on the counter, and you could buy like just a slice of cake, slice of pound cake.
I rarely get cake in restaurants. I would never think like, let me get a slice of that devil's layer cake in a bodega.
Yeah.
Wait, can we just go back real quick to so you don't like the bodega on here on Olive and Grand?
Well, I don't like the clientele that work there.
Really?
Yeah, they're very
You like
unfriendly.
The reason that I'm surprised is because I rarely, I come to your apartment like maybe like once a month.
Okay.
Whenever I walk in there, I'm greeted with smiles. Because I thought they were just the way they were. I've gone in there drunk a lot of times, and I'll speak Spanish with them. No, I speak Spanish with them. And whenever I walk in, you know the woman sits back there. I've had conversations with them in Spanish, and so whenever I walk in, it's like, "Hey, how are you? Good to see you." And I'm like, "Fantastic."
That's fucked up.
And you live here.
But Jay also doesn't speak Spanish.
No,
or
but if they see you all the time, see, like with me, they never see me. They see me like once a month.
I'm just gonna
And
go.
They're so warm.
That's
to me.
fucked up.
They're like,
That's
"Hey,
wrong.
how are you?"
That's wrong.
That's why I'm shocked.
I'm just gonna walk in there and go biblioteca.
I'm
To
shocked.
be honest,
I'm
like
shocked.
beyond
I'm shocked.
beyond being Facebook friends with the people
I'm
at the
shocked.
bodega, I mean nothing else for me.
I'm just shocked because they seem to be so.
You know what the thing is?
Wait.
We got a caller.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. You just said that you want to hear some bad date stories, and I have lots of bad date stories for you.
We love bad date stories, and we can't get enough of bad date stories.
Oh, I go on a lot of bad dates, so I'll entertain your listeners.
I would be entertained. Please tell us about your worst date story.
Okay. Well, I think the worst one this year was when I went to the Museum of Modern Art with this guy who punched me so many times he actually left bruises, and I had a bump on my head.
Wait.
Can we take us back to? Hang on. So how did you meet this guy in the first place?
I met him at a party through a friend. And actually, it's a friend that Jay knows, but I'm not going to say who it is.
Now, are you still friends with this person?
The friend who introduced me to the person, or the guy that punched me?
No, the friend that introduced you to Punchy McGee.
I haven't really talked to him since then.
Was the friend? Was the friend that your friend of Punchy McGee also bruised up? Was it something you should have seen coming?
No, it was a guy that introduced me to this guy.
Did you deserve it?
And did I deserve the punching? I don't think so.
All right.
Was it something along the lines of he thought you were into that in bed or something?
I think he thought he was being like playful and cute, but he actually left bruises. But it gets better. That's not even the worst of it.
This was
so then
bad.
we're like sitting and talking, and he randomly starts rambling on and on about how breast size isn't really important to men.
Wait,
just
what?
out of nowhere. He's like, just so you know, like guys don't really care about breast size. Like, you know, there's so many other factors involved than just breast size. I was like, all right, why would you bring that up? He's like, well, obviously you probably have a problem with the size of yours.
Well, what are the size of yours? Are they?
They're B's.
Bees aren't. I wouldn't consider bees.
Bees are fine.
Yeah.
Apparently not for him.
Like porn star
and then he said that he got Jewed because he walked in on me on the bathroom and didn't get to see anything. And I'm Jewish, and I don't think he realized that. So not only was he saying that he got like ripped off by not getting to see me sitting on the toilet when he walked in on me in the bathroom, but then he said that he got Jewed in the process. So it was like bonus.
Whoa, there's so much here.
Did he then suggest, hey, for the rest of our date, let's find a gay guy and beat him up?
Seriously,
Well, no, but
let's
then
commit
he
a hate
did
crime.
tell me that he wanted. That I was like about to go anyway, but like I hadn't even said that yet because I was just like, yeah, you know, I was like getting my stuff together, and he's like, so yeah, like you want to hook up, but just so you know, I have a girlfriend.
Wait, okay.
Wait, how long was this date with Jew-hating Punchy McGee?
2 hours. I mean, we went to
unreal.
the museum.
Wait,
And
why
then,
did you just hang
like,
out with him for
we
2
were, like,
hours?
walking around the city, and then, yeah.
Wait, hang on. What situation were you in where he could walk into the bathroom on you?
What'd you say?
Where were you guys where he was able to walk into the bathroom on you?
Well, he walked in on me at the party earlier, and he was bringing up the story. Like, I met him at a party, originally, where he didn't seem weird, and that's when he walked in on me. But then he brought up the story later, and he said that he got Jewed because he walked in on me and didn't get to see anything.
Was it a party that I threw?
I'm sorry, what?
Was it a party that I threw?
No, it wasn't at your house.
Thank
but
God.
it was a friend's party.
God, I
Would
don't
you be
wanna
okay with
responsible
him
for this.
using the term in a positive light? Like, he goes, I got Jewed, but he meant that as, like, I was the chosen, part of the chosen people. Something like in a positive.
I don't think that's what he meant because I said, excuse me. He said, oh, I got gypped. Because he figured out that, like, that wasn't okay with me.
Just for clarification to make sure it was uber racist. He said that.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have been really funny.
Because let me use another offensive term
It'd be
to
funny if you
pick
were
up
like,
for that.
hey, my mom is Jewish, but my dad is actually a gypsy, so that's, either way, it's offensive.
Exactly. I was like, well, you know, that's not much better, but as long as you have to include some sort of offensiveness in this entire story, I'm just going to take off. Thank you.
I didn't know that for years, that
So,
gypsy
yeah.
is actually an offensive term also.
Is it?
Yeah, it's actually based gypsies. It was
Yeah,
basically
gyps comes from gypsies.
I still
Okay.
use the term.
But I think a lot of people don't actually know that, so I don't hold that against people as much. I think a lot of people just don't even realize that it's offensive.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what was the second date like with him?
No, wait. What?
Well, it's been 3 months now. We've been dating this whole time. No, I'm kidding.
I want to get to, well, first, we covered the bathroom. That was at the museum?
I'm sorry, wait, what was that?
The bathroom part was at the museum?
No, the bathroom part happened at the party where he walked in on me, and then he brought it up when we went on the date.
Listen, I'm on like 52 ounces of malt liquor here, so
So
it's a little
when,
slow.
when he was punching you, was that a punch in the arm, or punch in the stomach, or a punch in the breast?
He punched me in the arm a few times, and then one time he, like, hit me in the head, and I had kind of blocked it, but then because of that, the force had, like, left a bump. I had a bump on my head for a week.
Wow,
He had hit me.
that's a pretty,
Like, right before the date, he's like, so Mike Tyson says to do these things on dates, and it'll work out well.
I don't know what his deal was. Apparently he had a girlfriend in addition to this, because he told me that.
Did you ask him why he was out with you, beating you up, if he has a girlfriend at home, that he could beat up?
I was just like, what the hell's going on here? He's like, well, I'm interested. I'm still interested.
Does this go back to the fact that girls like guys who are in relationships? So
Maybe it is. Maybe that was the whole thing. I was just,
Are you
seeing
into
him
guys
because
that
of
have
that.
wedding rings?
What was that?
Are you into guys that have wedding rings? We were talking about this earlier.
And guys who have what?
Wedding rings.
No, not at all. I don't pursue married men.
So you didn't know that he had a girlfriend?
I did not know that. How would I know that? I mean, he didn't have it on his Facebook or anything, so I had no idea. And I left after finding out all that information. So, and I haven't talked to him
How did the date
since.
end? With an awkward punch goodbye?
It was just the best date ever. What can I say? But I have more stories. Do you want to hear more awkward date stories?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Let's see. Well, this one wasn't even so much the date, but the aftermath. I went out with this guy, and he was just like, he couldn't make conversation. He was kind of creepy. And so I actually ended the date by being like, dude, I really can't think of anything else to talk about, so I'm going to go. So I left, and I didn't hear from him for 2 days. I was just like, okay, then, like, it's done, whatever. Deleted him off my Facebook. Hope to never hear from him again. And then I got an email from him saying, why'd you delete me off Facebook? And I said, well, you didn't contact me for 2 days, felt it was mutual. And then he's like, no, I usually wait exactly 2 days to contact someone after a first date.
because that's what they did in Swingers, and so that's what I go.
Well,
by.
I said to him, well, that's really weird. And he's like, well, I would be open to seeing you again if you would like.
if you would just add me back to Facebook, because that's the most
I have
important
a
part
question.
of this.
Yeah, but then he added me back on Facebook, right? And I didn't reciprocate. I didn't add him back, so he texted me and called me a psycho asshole and said that I send too many mixed messages.
Wait, I have a question. How did you meet this guy?
I actually met him online on a dating site. I admit it. I confess.
Millions and millions of Americans do that. So you guys were Facebook friends before going on the first date?
No. They met on a dating site.
They didn't meet on Facebook.
On a dating site.
Yeah, and then I added him on Facebook because I like to see like people's deals before I meet them in person. I like to see if they have friends and stuff like that.
I'll be back in 30 seconds.
What was that? I didn't understand any of that.
I've dated online. Okay, so after this guy kind of flipped out on you and was like, you're blah 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 blah. What did you do?
I wrote back and I said, I think the first thing I said was that I deleted you off Facebook. How can you say that I'm sending mixed messages? He wrote me back and said the only message he's getting is that I'm a mess, and then I just didn't answer him, and I haven't heard from him since.
Wow.
Listen, baby, if you're a mess for doing that, then I'm a fucking hell of a mess. I've done that plenty of times.
Yeah.
This guy obviously had some issues.
They don't put those stories in the eHarmony commercials.
Definitely not of the eHarmony commercials.
And then he called me a psycho. Thank you, eHarmony.
Peace out. Anyway,
You want more?
So that was pretty tame. What else you got for us?
Okay, there was one guy that I met on the dating site, and then he called me, and he just wanted to like have a conversation. While I'm talking to him, he told me that we will get married and we're going to have 5 kids.
Wait, this is before you guys actually met?
We hadn't even met in person. I said that to him. I was like, I haven't even met you in person. And he said that because of that, we wouldn't actually declare how many children we were going to have together.
That seems fair.
And then he admitted to me that he already had 2
guy.
kids, and one of them's 14, the other one's 9.
Wait, what? He already has kids?
He already has kids, and he's 35, even though his profile had said 33. He's 35. He has a 14-year-old and a 9-year-old. And then he wants 5 in addition with me.
Oh.
So I was just like, yeah, dude, I'm not really interested in dating someone who already has children. I'm like making up this excuse, not saying him like you're psycho. I just thought that would be really good. For the next 3 days, I get a whole bunch of texts like, I'm so sorry I hurt you. Will you ever forgive me? Please call me. And then he called me crying and left a message. I didn't answer the call.
Wow.
And then he texted me saying, please call me. I don't feel like discussing these things over text. And then he posted something, because I completely forgot to delete him off Facebook. I didn't even remember that I had added him on there. And he posted something on my Facebook that's like, why haven't you called me? So then I blocked him, and I haven't heard from him since then.
Why haven't you called me? See post by yourself.
Now listen, sweetie, here's a piece of advice. Get off that fucking dating website. Try a new one.
Yeah, I've stopped going there.
She's just like, I'm definitely going to meet a guy in weirdmatch.com.
Weird match.
But the thing is, like, there's weird people everywhere. I also met some people on that site that weren't complete freaks.
Is this
I haven't actually been on there in a few weeks, but before I've met guys on there that were very nice.
Which site is it?
What was that?
What website was it?
It was OkCupid. It's free.
Well, I never even heard of
I don't pay for dating websites.
I met a few on Craigslist.
I tried that one. There's a lot of weirdos on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing how many freaks there are.
Actually, I kind of envy you because I wish that I had some weird dating, blind date stories.
That's all my friends in relationships say that to me. They're like, I love living through your weird date stories. I'm like, I wish I didn't have so many of them.
You should write a book.
I should. The freaks just keep doing it. There was a guy, and this isn't that interesting a story, but there was a guy that I went out with actually on Saturday. We had a nice night, but he kind of seemed like he didn't really want to listen to me. Like, he was talking over me a lot. But I was like, all right, whatever. Like, we'll say that it was nerves. Yeah. And then he called me yesterday, and we talked for maybe 8 minutes. At 2 points, he tuned me out so much I had to be like, hello? Are you still there? And he was like, I'm sorry, I was distracted by playing with my cat with a laser pointer.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he asked if he could, hang out next week, and I was like, I'm really busy, partially because I just didn't want to see him. And he's like, well, what are you doing? So I named a few things, and he asked if he could come along with, some of the things we're doing with my friends.
Unbelievable.
Do any of you guys, the two of you, have any good stories to tell regarding online dating?
Well, I mean,
anything you want to share?
My best story was Fun Sponge, which it was episode 7.
Feels like an episode
You
of
can
Seinfeld.
recycle. We're at 95 now.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's been a long time. I think you should tell that
Come on,
story
I
again.
think you should tell the story. As
No
well.
one listens to episode 94 much less episode 5. Just tell the story.
Well, it wasn't even a date. It was somebody that I had a feeling was going to be boring, so I made it clear that we're gonna be going as friends. It's just that
Oh, you told me the story.
I've done that several times.
Yeah, I was in Long Island and I was bored, and I said, hey, all right, we'll hang out as friends, and I'll meet you at 8 as friends, and I'll see you in the parking lot as friends. I made sure I said friends like every other line, just so there was no mistaking this situation.
At the same time, this person you don't really know wants to be your buddy of the opposite sex. You can see how someone can get the wrong idea.
Well, that's where I went wrong. And that's
Well,
where
they may think that, you hang out as friends, and if you get to know each other, it could become something, or maybe they're just looking for friends because they don't know a lot of people.
And you know what? The latter has actually worked for me, where I actually became friends with somebody who you actually brought out as a friend, quote unquote, and it actually ended up turning out to just be friends. So
Yeah, I moved here, and I didn't really
All
know
your
anyone
quotes
other than
confused me.
Jay
I
and all
don't
of
know
you
what's
guys
friends.
through
Anyways,
Jay.
go back to your story.
And I met all my friends out here online, so I don't think there's anything that weird about that.
Oh, you're leaving?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to pick people up around 11 o'clock when I get back. I got to pack.
We gotta wrap
Gotcha.
up.
You guys keep going. It doesn't really matter.
Do you have to wrap up too? No.
Yeah, just keep going. Is it cool if I leave the show?
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, Mark's going to the islands tomorrow, to the Caribbean.
Yeah, I still have
So
to pack,
he's
so...
going to be taking off.
He's got an early flight, so thanks for coming on again.
Yeah, sorry about this. Sorry I got to leave early.
No, it happens.
No, man, go pack. Enjoy time with your wife in the
Yeah, have a
Caribbean.
great trip.
Okay.
Bring back some stories.
Okay, I will for next show.
And
Nice meeting
Nice
you.
meeting you, man. Yeah,
yeah, I'll see
definitely.
you soon.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, man. All right, well now I know we'll have no more baseball talk.
All right, so go ahead and finish telling your story.
So we end up going. I'm going to give a slightly more abbreviated version than the other episode. But so basically, we go to a bowling alley, and this girl is just not saying anything. I call her the fun sponge because you say something fun to her, and she just soaks it up and gives no reaction. You tell her a joke, she just goes, "Oh." You just be like, "Oh yeah, I went to to an awesome show last week." Oh. All right, great. Yeah, that's awesome. Next.
Jimi
topic,
Hendrix
I guess.
came back from the dead, and I met him. Right?
Oh. Okay. Good talk. And that's the way it went the whole time. So, oh yeah, no. Before the bowling night, we went to Fridays.
Mm.
So we eat, and I said friends like 37 times. So the bill comes. Guess who doesn't pull out their wallet? So I'm like, fucking great. Now I'm gonna pay for this fun sponge.
Well. I mean, but if it's a date, you should pay for it anyway.
But I said friends a million times.
But you had clearly stated that it was just friends, and even if it is a date, you should always offer.
It's not. First of all, it wasn't.
Yes, I
a
do
date.
appreciate the offer. You're right. They should offer.
But
to
it wasn't
pay,
a date.
But I would pay it regardless.
One, it wasn't a date. Two, even if it was a date, at least make the gesture of pulling out the wallet before I say no, I'll pay for you. But this wasn't a date.
Oh, that's not mandatory. But okay, it wasn't a date.
It wasn't a date. I said friends like 37 times. It was not a date.
Yeah, if you clearly state it's friends, she should pay for herself. I mean, if you want to be nice enough to pay for her, that's one thing, but she should definitely be intending to pay for herself.
Exactly. And even if it was a date, at least put your hand toward your pocket, even if you have no intention.
Yeah, I always offer, and unfortunately, too many times I end up paying, but
well, that's because
I always offer.
Oh. No, but so then I end up paying for the whole dinner, which is fine. It's Fridays. It's what, $15.
What you should have done is been like, okay, your half is. I've had guys say that to me.
Well, this is what I did. We went bowling. We went bowling afterwards, and I killed her the first game. So I gave her like this ridiculous handicap the second game, like a 100-pin handicap, because you could do that with the new electronic thing. It's not like
Whatever that means.
the Stone Age. When we went bowling as teenagers, we had to write everything on paper. Now it's all electronic, so you could start somebody off with like 100 points or whatever. So she ended up winning the second game. She's like, this is the first time she actually said anything on her own. She's like, she has this monotone, boring. I won. What do I win? And I go, you win paying for bowling. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, pay up.
Nice.
And
Nice.
For you.
Yeah, so I made her pay for bowling, and then we went to a bar, and she didn't want to drink. I'm drinking furiously because I'm miserable.
She probably just didn't want to pay for herself. That's probably why.
Yeah. And so the bar is like alternating between rock, techno, and hip hop. And I like rock and techno, and apparently she liked hip hop. So, none of us were into the same thing, and I'm just miserable at this point. And she's just standing there against the bar, not drinking, just leaning up.
But she
against
didn't
the
follow
bar,
you into the bathroom.
not saying
That's
a
what you're
word.
saying.
Didn't follow me into the bathroom. Didn't punch me in the head.
Doesn't punch you in the head.
But
I think it's a better date than the caller's date.
But she drove from the bowling alley, so like I'm stuck there, and I'm just like, I'm pretty tired. It's like, oh, like should probably go soon. Oh, really? Yeah, really, yeah. Oh, okay. Like closer to now than like to more future tense times in the future.
I am honestly surprised that you even gave her that much time to actually, we got to the point. Like I've been on a couple of blind dates, people from Match or whatever, some of the websites. I can sit down with somebody and order a gin and tonic and sit across from them and have a drink and be like, yeah, you know what? I'm actually gonna be my friends. I get out of there. I find an exit strat. I have an exit strategy and I take off.
I was a saint that night.
Because having to go through a pitiful, miserable date, fuck it. You go there, you meet, you say hello, they suck at life, you exit.
Yeah, I was a freaking saint that night. I mean, seriously, I should have bailed like way before that, and I was just being.
I have so many stories like that too, though, and you just don't leave. And you look back, you're like, oh, that would have been such a nice dramatic exit or proof point, but it's so hard to just walk out on someone.
No, it's not. It's very easy now. Did you guys happen to find it difficult to walk out because you found the person attractive physically? Is that what made it difficult?
No,
I don't
she
know
looked
what.
like a
Now
fat
I don't
version
have as much of a
Bert.
problem. I've walked out on people recently, but in the past, I just felt like, especially if I was giving someone a ride or something like that, like I just felt obligated. Even though I look back and I'm like, I should have just left. That guy was a jackass.
See, I'm all about. I have no problem. I have no qualms with just getting up and being like, listen, it was nice meeting you, and you take care of yourself.
I should have
It's a
done
good
that.
way to go.
You gotta do it. You'll never see them again. Who the fuck cares?
Well, I still get calls to this day. You know how long ago episode 7 was? And it was 2 years before episode 7. So now we're talking like 4 or 5 years, and I still get calls.
Wow.
No.
Yes.
Wow, that is devotion.
Yes.
She calls you?
And instant
No.
message. And instant messages. Yeah. I think she
That's
had a
kinda
baby,
spooky.
and I still get calls. I don't know who would do such a thing, but it's been done.
You were the
and,
love of her life after one date.
Fucking unreal.
All right, man. Well,
Unreal. Yeah.
Well, we've had a good episode.
Yeah. You seem like you're itching to.
Yeah, I think we've been on the air for 2 hours now. I think it's time for all the listeners to go out and enjoy their Friday night, and us do the same.
Well, it was very nice talking to you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Talking. Dude, you have some great stories.
Yeah,
like
thank you.
Like I said,
Thank you
write a
for
book.
All right,
Or
thanks.
at
And I'll
least,
keep
what
more
you should
for
do?
the next
You
show.
should keep a blog about these bad dates that you go on because they're funny.
Oh, thank you. I guess.
So
All right.
Better luck in
Bye, guys.
All right, thanks again. So, yeah, brinkofsanityshow.com. Post on the forums. Actually, a couple of our stories today were from forum posted things.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
What's happening?
This is a call.
I heard your story before about your deli down the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have
just let's say that
an internet window on or a TV, could you please lower the volume in the background?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did it?
Yeah. Good.
Not unusual to run into a deli like that. Actually, when I lived in the Bronx, there was a deli down the block that didn't have anything to sell, really. There were hundreds of people, or dozens of people, standing on the corner waiting. And outside the deli, they had this green light and red light. And when the green light was on, people approached the deli and through a hole in the wall would get drugs.
Inside the building?
Excuse me?
Where was the hole in the wall?
In the deli. You know, I mean, it looked like a regular deli. It just didn't have a whole lot of product, you know?
Just some rotting tuna fish cans and...
Yeah. I mean, the regular. I mean, it was the kind of thing where if you went in there to buy something, they really didn't have what you wanted.
I think I see where this is going.
And when the red light was on, it meant that they didn't have drugs to sell, and so people just stood around outside. It was a very efficient operation because my brother took me there, and you would just kind of stand around outside the deli and watch the red light, and when it turned green, it meant that they got drugs. And what it was they brought drugs in a small amount so that they didn't get busted. I mean, if you had pounds of drugs, you could get busted and sent for life. But if you had just small amounts of drugs, it wasn't a big deal. And so everybody just kind of stood around outside and waited for the green light to come on. And when the green light came on, and you went in there and you handed the money through this hole and you got your drugs and you went out. So it just reminded me of your little deli up the block that doesn't seem to like you, doesn't seem to remember you, and really doesn't seem to have very much food. I was wondering if they weren't running something like that and really didn't give a shit for your business, but were supplying something else to the neighborhood. You know?
Yeah, you never know. They don't have a fancy light
I just thought it was interesting. You know, it's a little flashing light outside the store, red and green, and everyone just stood around, and pretty efficient operation.
I'm thinking about now opening my own store and having that concept apply.
Yeah, well, you know, it's probably very profitable. You don't have to stock the shelves with very much. I just thought it was a piss because it was so obvious. I mean, just people, dozens and dozens of people standing around in the streets and just looking at these lights. And then when the light turned green, dozens of people descending on the store, and yet the cops don't do anything.
They never caught on, huh? That place never got raided?
Yeah, I don't think they've ever got raided. They probably just paid off the police, you know, and it was probably a cost of doing business. You know, we do X amount a week, and here's your card, and stay away.
Yeah,
you know?
The markup on it's so big that it's probably worth it for them.
Yeah, I mean, my brother went there all the time. I mean, you know, it was just like this was the place to buy drugs. You know, and they gave you a fair price, and they gave you a fair gram per whatever, and you know, it was just there. And I just thought it was an incredible experience when he took me up there. I was like, wow, this is here all the time. And he goes, yeah, what they do every day. Like that thing, you know, that in itself. I mean, how could someone do that on a daily basis and the cops not know what's going on? You know, there's obviously some payoff.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But anyway, I thought you guys
I think the store on the corner just maybe doesn't like the way Jay smells. That's what he gets no respect.
Yeah.
Because I smell clean.
Like, this white boy, you get out of here. You smell like Irish Spring.
I'm just gonna spit out some Spanish phrases and see how that goes.
They'll fall in love with you.
Yeah, exactly.
As a matter of fact, my brother-in-law went into a different place on where is it? There's this Italian place in the Bronx. He went into this coffee shop.
Arthur Street.
And do you know where it is, Jay?
Arthur Ave.
Arthur Ave.
Huh?
Arthur Ave.
Yes. He went into this place on Arthur Ave. It was a coffee shop. And he went in there, and he asked for coffee, and they don't have coffee. He asked if they had something else. They don't have whatever he was. And there was these guys sitting at a table just like doling out money. And it was like, that's what they do. You have coffee? No. You have this? No. They just had this storefront, and people were like doling out money at another table. It was just like, this is what they do on Arthur Avenue. It was just like, okay, see you later. I thought you might have had coffee in a coffee shop.
Money talks.
Silly me.
Yeah. It's just funny how blatant it can be. I mean, it's just out there, but when there's so much money involved, there's no police. There's no legal. It's just they're all getting paid off. Everybody's getting something, and it's just like get out of here, you know. So I thought I'd let you know. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, great. Thank you for the call.
Awesome for the call.
We always love calls. On the
Okay.
show.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Remember that, listeners. We love calls. On the
Two fantastic calls.
Yeah, quality.
That was fantastic. That was fantastic.
Quality calls.
And people active on the
chat room.
In the chat room. You know, that's obviously what we like. It inspires us. It makes us want to do what we do. Let us know, or let me know at least. You know, did you like me with Mark, or would you prefer me with Lauren back, my Robin, if you will? What do you think about Jay mixing up the co-hosts? I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a good experiment. Maybe you can mix up Peter with me, myself, or Peter with Lauren, or Peter. And just kind of mix the entire thing.
Yeah, I figure everyone should at least know each other.
Make it some kind of jambalaya, and yeah.
Well, I know you're going to be traveling a lot in the next few months.
Yeah, you guys probably won't see me until come late June.
Leon travels for work a lot, so
yeah, I travel for work a lot, and I'm going to actually be visiting Argentina, Peru, Mexico.
Yeah, it's a rough life.
Well, it kind of sucks when you're by yourself, you know, and so I travel alone, and traveling alone really is no fun. But hopefully, I'll be able to come back to the show sometime during the summer with some great stories to tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Say hi to the listeners, and who knows? Maybe I'll even get maybe I'll even call in from abroad.
That'll be pretty sweet.
You know.
We got the new Friday slot. I don't know if I mentioned on the forums and on the Facebook group, but I don't know if I announced it actually on a show. I started going back to class, so the shows will be on Friday nights for the next 2.5 months.
Jay's taking accounting classes. Hello, wake up.
Yeah.
Did that put you out to sleep?
Well, my jobs today, I think I would like if Jay actually knew what he was doing at his job. So they sent me to classes.
And Jay does international tax, though. That's kind of sexy. It's international.
So all the shows for the next at least 2.5 months. Maybe we'll like it. Maybe this will be the new thing. I kind of like having the option to, partake in the beverages and not have to worry about going to work the next day.
No, I love it.
Also it's like, we could go a little later. I know we're tired tonight, but say we weren't, we could go on for another hour and no repercussions.
Well, instead that we're tired, we've done a 2-hour show.
Yeah, that too. That too.
But I definitely look forward to calling in. Hopefully we'll have a broad.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And leave voicemails, 631-676-1181. We can play those on the next show. Post shit on the forums, brinkofsanityshow.com. Vote on Podcast Alley. Subscribe on iTunes. And that should keep you busy until the next episode.
And, shameless plug, if you want to follow me on my trips down to South America, follow me on Twitter, QNS, Queens Bandito, QNS Bandito on Twitter.
Queens North Side?
No, that's just Queens Bandito. So it's
Queen. Okay, QNS.
QNS Bandito on Twitter, and you can follow me while I'm traveling down in Argentina and Peru and Mexico, and miss you guys, but I'm sure that Joe has some great shows for you. Hopefully, I'll call in.
Yeah, your spot will still be here. And, next week will be Peter, and you know what? I might mix and match again next week. Who knows? Never a bad time when Peter's on the show. He always me as an actual co-host of the show. I actually look forward to Peter's shows. I think he's a funny guy. He brings a lot of good stuff to the table. So. We started a new segment last time he was on where this is other things you could post on the forums. There's a thread there for you put an establishment and a word, and we will call that establishment and try and get them to say that word.
Nice.
Like last time he was on, we called up Domino's Pizza and we tried to get them to say RoboCop.
Nice.
And
that's a good segment.
Yeah, I could not believe.
I heard that. I like that.
I could not believe the people we got on the phone. I mean, we called this one guy and said it's a movie from the 80s with a guy that's half machine and half police officer that rhymes with Slobobop, and he could not get it.
But he was probably fucking like Bangladeshi or some shit.
Doesn't. I thought everyone knew that.
Who had never watched the movie, is what I'm saying.
I don't know. Well, we're going to kick off the show with me calling Subway and getting them to say Quiznos, and then we'll go from there. But,
right. Well, listen, great show tonight, though.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
I enjoyed co-hosting with Mark. Some two great calls. Good convo. Archive the show, fellow listeners.
Yeah, I liked everything except the baseball talk. But, maybe somebody enjoyed that.
Go Red Sox.
I personally hated it. But, we'll be back next week, next Friday, 8 o'clock to, we'll try and get off before 10:30 because that's when Random Ass Radio comes on. We want to infringe on
Random Ass Radio is a good show, so listen to those guys. They're out in Colorado, right?
I don't know where they are. Somewhere in the Midwest.
I think they're in Denver. So, yeah, check them out.
Have you heard the Goodbye song?
No, but Jay obviously has a huge heart-on for MC Lars, so make sure you check that out as well.
Check out the Goodbye song. I think you're going to like this.
Cheers, guys. Until we meet again sometime in late summer.
Bye.